Well, for more, I'm now joined by Timofey Bordachov. He's the director of the Center for European Studies from the Higher School of Economics here in Moscow. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Well, although relations have improved, there are still divisions, aren't there? So will Russia and NATO see eye to eye with this new man at the helm?
Well, in fact, I don't think that Russia and NATO has been ever doing different things. The problem is that they looked always eye to eye, but they didn't manage to find a lot of common in their visions of the most crucial European security problems. And as far as I remember, every new Secretary General started his term with the saying that he wants to revitalize relations with Russia. It has never brought too many benefits to both partners.
All right, but let's look at the Afghanistan campaign at the moment. We do see areas of cooperation there between the two, but just explain to us how important this military campaign is to NATO there in Afghanistan.
I think that NATO is the most important military campaign for NATO to fight. First of all, because this is the only one mission of NATO which is very useful for the main decision-making country of this alliance, namely the United States of America. Since NATO can serve and help American interests in Afghanistan, NATO will be the organization in charge. As far as NATO will not be able to perform this mission, it will not be the good pillar of American international politics. That's why I do believe that Afghanistan is really important for NATO, and this might be a good background for Russia-NATO cooperation, because this is very, very important for Russia as well to see NATO there.
Tell us why it is so important for Russia, this NATO campaign.
I do believe that in Afghanistan, NATO is on one side defending Russian southern flank, and on the other side, NATO is kept busy by the important things instead of doing the wrong things like pushing for enlargement.
You just mentioned a little earlier the dominance of the US within the alliance. Now, there has been criticism from some European countries, like France, for example, saying that NATO is becoming just too tied up in America's interests. Now, how tough will it be for the new Secretary General to assuage both camps?
I don't think that situation will change in comparison with the previous Secretaries General. Personally, I don't remember any NATO Secretary General which is not a politician, which is a high-rank bureaucrat. I don't remember any Secretary General of NATO which confronted American interests, and they usually represented small, modest European countries, very friendly to America, well, besides Brits, which is not small, but still very friendly to America, and NATO as such has been always a good vehicle for American interests, and I think these accusations, if you can call them accusations, are quite right.
Just finally then, Timofey, he's saying that improving relations between Russia and NATO is his top priority. Do you really think we will see better relations in the near future?
I think that Russia and NATO will increase their cooperation in certain practical matters. First, Afghanistan we have been already speaking about. Second, possibly a certain dialogue on non-proliferation issues. And who knows, possibly other soft security threats like international terrorism. But before we have a real breakthrough, real strategic change in relations between Russia and the United States, we will not have any strategic change in Russian-NATO relations.
All right, Timofey Bordachov, thanks very much indeed for that. The director of the Center for European Studies from the Higher School of Economics there in central Moscow. Thanks for your contribution here on RT.
Oh.